What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy James Eeks, and today I'm going to be doing my first ever wrap-up video. I'm going to be doing a wrap-up video for every big official Pokemon event, and maybe even some other unofficial events if they gain enough traction, because I want to be talking about lots of usage statistics and metagame shifts that we're going to be seeing. So I'm super excited to do my first wrap-up video, and we're going to be doing this on Bochum, Germany. That was the first ever Sword and Shield regional held in Europe. So we got to see Europe's best duke it out together. We got to see what they thought was going to be the best call for the early meta, and we also got to see what they thought could really take the title, because this was a really cool title to get, the first ever Sword and Shield regional. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be including all the Twitters and paste bins of any teams or people that I talk about in this video, so let's get started. First off, I want to give a huge congratulations to Guillermo for taking the W at such an insane tournament, so huge props to him. He was using a team of Arcanine, Rotom Wash, Ferrothorn, Togekiss, Sableye, and Mudsdale. Right off the bat, I'd say the standout Pokemon from his roster are Sableye and Mudsdale. At first glance, Guillermo's team might look like it has weak speed control, relying kind of on Togekiss's Airstream, but that's not exactly the case. Sableye is actually a huge menace to a lot of teams, with Quash being able to make your team outspeed people even if they're under Trick Room or if they're under Tailwind. It doesn't really matter. Sableye gets around both of those. And with Mudsdale and Ferrothorn, it gives Trick Room teams actually a lot of trouble, because Mudsdale and Ferrothorn are Pokemon that common Trick Room teams really don't want to deal with, like Rhyperior and Torkoal really don't want to deal with Mudsdale, and Ferrothorn is also a menace to Rhyperior teams as well, and they also are two Pokemon that function really well outside of Trick Rooms. So Guillermo's team definitely had a lot of thought put behind it, and it worked in lots of different situations. This team was a beautifully constructed squad of high defensive stats, while also being able to pump out enough damage through all members being offensively competent as well. Rotom Wash, Arcanine, Ferrothorn, they're all really bulky while also still being able to do damage. And having Togekiss with weakness policy was also a huge problem for a lot of teams. So while his team was also extremely bulky, it also did a lot of damage slowly but surely. So it was a great team, a great call, and Mudsdale Ferrothorn really wrapping up the anti-Trick Room core made it a total force to be reckoned with, and it's no surprise that he won the tournament with it. The next team I'd love to talk about is David Kotesh's pseudo-hard Trick Room team of Gothitelle, Dusclops, Rhyperior, Torkoal, Togekiss, and Gyarados. This team actually run amok at this tournament, with 5 people all making top 64 with the exact same 6 Pokemon, 2 of which made top 8 and top 4, and a few other players used 5 of these 6 Pokemon to all make top 64. I will include the pace for this team in the description below for all of you guys who are interested. This team is extremely strong, consisting of many ways to annoy the opponent to no end. Gothitelle really shined on this team, being able to trap opponents, break screens, trigger Rhyperior's weakness policy, and put people to sleep with Hypnosis, while also being able to set up Trick Room or counter opposing Trick Room when it wants to, all in one Pokemon. So Gothitelle really went hard on this team. Torkoal's Clear Smog really helped with dealing with opposing Rhyperior or even Snorlax. And then he had a Gyarados and Togekiss mode, which really helped him deal with Pokemon that give Rhyperior and Torkoal a lot of trouble, such as Gastrodon. Gyarados and Togekiss also really helped out against Mudsdale, which is a Pokemon that Rhyperior and Torkoal usually don't want to be facing off against either. The Gyarados on this team was actually Life Orb, which was a super good call, because it actually made it so that Gyarados' max overgrowth was able to take out almost all opposing Rindoberry Gastrodons. Lots of Rindoberry Gastrodons were EV'd to survive a normal max overgrowth from Gyarados, but not a Life Orb one. So that was an amazing call, and it really helped destroy those Gastrodons that were going to be a problem for Rhyperior. Dusclops also enabled this team really hard with Gravity to help with Gothitelle's Hypnosis, and for Rhyperior to be able to get through problem Pokemon such as Rotom. This team was another beautifully built hard Trick Room team with that separate faster mode of Gyarados and Togekiss to really round out all its matchups. This team is really horrifying in the right hands, and as you guys can see, it really did extremely well at this tournament. So I don't see this team slowing down anytime soon. I think it's still going to be used at many other tournaments, and I think it's actually going to slowly be optimized as the format grows. So this is definitely a core of Pokemon to watch out for. Finally, I'd like to highlight Francois' top 4 finishing Rain team. Congratulations to him for an amazing tournament with an archetype that people haven't really been respecting so much as of late. He used a team of Pelipper, Ludicolo, Togekiss, Conkeldurr, Jellicent, and Gastrodon, 4 water types, and 2 that benefited from getting hit by its own surf. This format has a severe lack of wide guarders, so it's almost a forgotten move right now, and spread moves are at an all-time desirability because of that. With a fast mode of Pelipper, Ludicolo, and Togekiss, while also having slow Pokemon that could function well in and out of Trick Room with Gastrodon, Conkeldurr, and Jellicent, this team was an offensive threat with no real weaknesses to a specific opposing speed control outside of maybe Thunder Wave. And with 4 water types, they actually only shared a max of 2 weaknesses among them, meaning their defensive synergy was still really strong. This was a very cool team that I hope inspires more Rain teams to hit the regional scene. I also think this team was pretty similarly built to Guillermo's winning team, where it had a slow mode, it had a fast mode, and a lot of bulky defensive synergies. So I think we're starting to see a pattern here on the defensive synergy of teams. Now let's get into the usage statistics of Top 64, compiled by my wonderful Twitch mod and friend Mike Wando. He got these statistics before Dallas, but unfortunately I wasn't able to record this video until now. I'd also like to shout out Nimbasa City for compiling the teams and the usage stats all the way up to top 128 of this tournament. I will include their Twitter as well. At the beginning of the format, Dragapult was the most used Pokemon, and for good reason. It was the new flashy dragon type, being able to do dozens of different strategies, but I'm not surprised in the least bit to see Togekiss be the highest usage mon at Bochum. Togekiss is totally just able to carry a team, able to support a team, it's able to hack opponents with Air Slash, you name it. With great defensive and offensive typing and sky-high base stats, it can almost seamlessly fit onto any team composition. While most people at the surface level were running Serene Grace, behind the scenes many top players were concocting a Super Luck Scope Lens set capable of ripping holes through defensive teams and forcing people to pay attention to even a non-Dynamax Togekiss while its partner runs them up. Togekiss is a terrifying Pokemon left unchecked, so it is no surprise to see that's so high. Arcanine and Dragapult round out the big 3. Also, to no real surprise, the defiant competitive Pokemon have kind of taken a backseat lately, and people started to realize that the Intimidate nerfs were probably a bit of an overreaction. Arcanine is also able to outspeed and burn or KO opposing Excadrill out of sand, which is a huge boon to have on your team at the moment. Dragapult, as I stated above, is a great jack-of-all-tradesmon with extremely strong stab in his arsenal. So I don't see its usage tanking anywhere below top 10 for most likely the whole format. While I do see Dragapult usage dropping a bit in the future, I think it will come slowly. Its poor defensive stats will start to be exploited by better defensive play and strong speed. One thing that surprised me was the amount of Rotom superseding the washing machines as the appliance authority. But after closer inspection, it makes a lot of sense actually. Rotom is not weak to Mold Breaker, Excadrill, or Gravity Ground move like its other Rotom counterparts. It is still able to hit Rhyperior for 4 times damage with a more accuracy than Rotom Wash's Hydro Pump, and it's able to hit Gastrodon with a 4 times super effective Leaf Storm instead of being stopped dead in its tracks like Rotom Wash would be. I'm honestly super excited to see Rotom do so well, as it's been kind of an underused Rotom form in the past, and it's personally one of my favorite Pokemon. On a quick final note, I wanted to comment on the fall of popular early format Pokemon Corviknight and Dracovish. For Corviknight, I think while his typing is amazing, his offensive presence is very low and usually requires too many turns or a Dynamax commitment to really get going. Its ability is strong, but most Intimidators are looking to support more than attack, so they don't even mind the attack drops too much. Dracovish, on the other hand, while hitting like a truck, is stuck in an awkward speed tier requiring a lot of support to get it into a strong position. While this isn't impossible by any means, it is very telegraphed and a good player can prepare for it just as well as you. Also, with Scarf Dracovish being slower than the number 3 usage Dragapult makes him have a hard time versus other fast teams. I think a great call for this tournament was definitely Mudsdale. Being able to tank through many teams while also pumping out solid damage makes it a really good Pokemon. I'd say Mudsdale's weakness would be its offensive presence though. Sometimes it can slowly be weared down before it's able to KO the opposing team's threats. But having Mudsdale next to other scary Pokemon such as Weakness Policy Togekiss, like Guillermo did, can really dictate the pace of the game, and so I think Mudsdale was an amazing call for this. Well, that is going to do it from me for the Bochum Germany Regionals wrap-up. I absolutely loved writing and making this video. I think it's something that our community would really love to see, so I hope you guys did love to see it. Please leave a like and comment on this video if you liked it and want to support the channel. A little goes a long way, so I would really appreciate that. In the future, I'm going to be including my prediction of what will do well at the next big regional tournament, but unfortunately I am recording this after Dallas, so I wouldn't be able to have an unbiased prediction of the meta shifting from Germany to Dallas. I do stream full-time VGC content on Twitch, guys, so I would love it if you stopped by and said hi to me over there. So with that, guys, I will catch you guys next time with the Dallas Regionals wrap-up. Peace.